what's up. So, sitting in the truck, Ram 1500, all American, Detroit. We are just outside of Sault Ste. Marie, in a little town called Bruce Mines, Ontario, where they used to have mines. Well, they still do. Anyway, we're in Bruce Mines. I've got a boat in tow right now, delivering this boat for a customer. And on the way back, I'm going to be towing something completely different. I'm pretty excited to show you guys what that is all about. And looks like the wife is back with some fresh food.
Hi.
Hey, what you got?
Chicken strips and a bacon cheeseburger with $12.
Uh-oh, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna have to eat my burger here shortly, but we are traveling through the rain on our way down to Southern Ontario, so like in the Toronto area. Give the boat to the customer, finalize that sale, which is pretty exciting for me to have a late sale in the middle of the year. Once we drop the boat off, we are headed down into actual Toronto and picking up a rental car hauler. And from there, the fun begins. So that'll be tomorrow. For tonight, just trying to get 2 or 3 hours away from here, 2 or 3 hours closer to Toronto, and then we'll see what we're bringing home for the first project car of 2021/2022. $115 for 80 liters. That's crazy. And that's $1.40, basically $1.44 liter. When we put V-Power 91 in the BMWs, ouch, $1.63. Did you get a receipt? Good, good. Thank you. Perfect. Buffalo chicken flatbread, tin with cheese curds, a couple Smirnoffs. You know what? It's weird. Cheers. These $9 ones in the hotel don't taste any better than the $3 ones at home. Gentleman Lessons 101. When it's raining, you go get the car and pull it up to the hotel for your wife. So her hair, which she curled for half an hour in the mirror this morning, doesn't go flat again. Pro tip. Good feeling to round the corner this morning and see that the boat's still here. I look like this so that she can look like this.
Thanks, honey.
Perfect hair retained.
Thank you.
Okay, so in Sudbury, drop off this boat. After we drop off the boat, time to go look at the car. Let's get to it. Unfortunately, we had some problems with our cameras and couldn't get the moment that I got to meet the seller. But this is Ivan. He's a super cool dude and he's about to sell us a super cool car.
Well, I'm probably gonna laugh. I'm probably gonna say it's the exact same as mine. You want me to wear my mask too?
It's your call. I'm just gonna wear one. Are you coming?
So this is it.
Yep.
You wanna go over the maintenance records first?
Yeah,
Because that'll
let's
probably
do that.
make everything look better.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with the cheapest one. It was $435, so
There's an oil change.
it's an oil change, oil filter, and brake fluid.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's had everything.
And safety.
And safety, okay.
So this was done on, what is it? It's the September 2nd. So
Like
a month ago.
A month ago.
They did an alignment and they also replaced the lower front control arms.
With M3 arms.
M3 arms. I
That's
said,
nice.
why don't you just put the M3 arms?
Yeah. Did you buy BMW arms or the TRW
The
arms?
TRW.
Good, good.
So that one was $850. Here's the new tires. Put them on September 2nd.
That must hurt the most.
$910. Firestone.
Yeah,
700.
I've ran those before, they're not bad.
They're not bad. I mean, it's not like a Michelin Pilot Super Sport.
It's also not 1,500 bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so this is the best one. So this one was $5,260. I spent it on the 16th.
Bro, that's 2 weeks ago.
The car broke 8 days later.
What did you spend $5,000 on?
Oh, just watch. $5,260.
Now, when they did, who did the oil change? The guy previously?
The previous guy, yeah.
If you would have had the oil changed here,
Yeah.
like 8 days before it broke down instead of a month and a half before it broke down,
Yeah.
they might have been able to find some copper shavings in your filter.
Right.
And copper means it's from the rod bearings. And at that point, they might have been able to say, dude,
Don't drive it
replace
anymore.
these right now. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't want you to be disappointed in what ifs, but it's possible that it could have. Because right now I've got two. Do you know what Blackstone laboratories are?
I heard about them, yeah.
I've got 2 kits in my garage right now. I'm waiting until I change my oil on my 328 diesel.
Okay.
And I'm waiting until I change my oil next on my. Actually, I've got all my oil in a jug from my last 335 oil change.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send both kits into Blackstone and just see where the cars are at. Because
Good idea.
the 328, it's my first oil change on it. I bought it in May. And I wanted to go the full 15,000 kilometers that it recommends. Send it in, and if they say, yeah, this is great, then I won't change my oil every 5,000 kilometers. I'll just keep doing it every 15,000 and buying high quality oil.
Absolutely.
But a lot of this other stuff, the belt tensioner, all that, I did that on my 335. This I was gonna do on your car, but you've already done it. This I was gonna do, you've done it.
New
This
spark
is
plugs,
great.
new ignition coils. These are expensive.
And I'll probably swap the valve cover over to the new long block as well.
You absolutely
I'll
should.
just do a new gasket while I've got it off.
Yeah.
Because they crack sometimes and that one's brand new.
The one here was cracked. That's why
Yeah.
he replaced it. He's like, you know what? Whenever I do a valve cover gasket,
I just
I
replace
replace the valve
cover.
cover because it's usually
Yeah.
broken. He's really good.
By the way, did you see what we're getting at?
Que porra é essa, mano?
É aquela lá que eu me lembro, ó. Se essa rua, se
Não, mas isso você pode fazer mesmo.
manda bala.
Então demorou. Se essa bunda fosse minha, eu levava pra casinha só pra ver ela jogar. De pedrinhas em pedrinhas de diamante, fiz um cordão ignorante só pro seu olho brilhar.
Moleque brilhou, ó, ó. Se ela é missão impossível, eu sou Tom Cruise. 007 é o bonde que vai te levar pra casa com chofete com 2 pra poder ver você dançar uma serenata que eu compus. Dot de Austin Powers como Mojo. Bem vilão a lá Dr. Evil. Ela é cobiçada tipo Marilyn Monroe. Sem mimimi, sem mimimi, eu menino bingo. Aperta o 5, que ela tá olhando direto pro meu umbigo. Olha que azar ser tipo Charlie Harper e viver ganhando chana só pra fazer jingle. Ops, grana, não, pera.
In case you didn't already guess it, this is the 2009 BMW 135 that we picked up this weekend from Toronto. It's finally back home in the garage, safe and sound. As you can see behind me, we have a faithful engine stand. What does that mean? Engine's coming out. So this car has a rod knock. When we picked it up and put it on the U-Haul trailer, it still drove, but it's above 2,000 RPM. You can hear Uncle Rodney knocking on that door, and that's bad news. So I think one of the rod bearings is gone in it, and we're gonna pull the motor apart and inspect it and see if the rod bearings can be serviced and replaced, and then maybe the engine will be okay. But I've already put a deposit on an extra long block for the car in case we need it. And if we don't, then we'll have a spare motor and we'll build it, and maybe we'll end up tossing it eventually in the 335. But either way, both of these cars share the same N54 engine, so having a spare is never a bad idea. But I'm totally excited about getting started on this new project. This thing has 137,000 kilometers, so around 80,000 miles. It's all original. The only modification that's done to it right now is dual cone intakes. And my goal is to replace it. And I know this is gonna hurt some of your feelings, but I wanna replace it 100% original. No MHD, no custom tune, no China turbos, no upgraded turbos of any kind. Everything going back in the car is going to be OE or OEM. And my goal is to just refinish this to see exactly what BMW intended this car to be in 2009 when it was released. So check out this engine bay. Right before the rod bearing went and the previous owner decided to kind of cut his losses, he had an engine shampoo done. So the only dirt that we're seeing right now is just from towing it back on the U-Haul trailer. Otherwise, this engine bay was like spotless when we picked it up. The dual cone intakes are probably 2 weeks old. Previous owner just put those on. Everything else is completely stock on this car. The valve cover and valve cover gasket were just redone. He just paid to have it walnut blasted. He had the oil housing gasket done. He did the thermostat and the water pump. He spent like $7,000 Canadian on this car 2 weeks before the rod bearing went, which just absolutely sucks, and I feel really bad for him. But he gave us a good opportunity to buy the car for cheap because the motor needs to be done now. We're gonna swap over as many of those new parts as we can, document the process for our YouTube channel, Instagram, stuff like that, so that you guys can see what's going on and also learn in case you're doing this stuff yourself. And then in the spring, we will have a brand new motor in this thing, put some miles on it, and probably, honestly, put it up for sale. But who knows, maybe I'll fall in love with it and it'll just become a staple of the garage, and it'll become part of the BMW family here. But garage is starting to get a little tight. As you can see, we've got 2 in here right now, and the wagon's out in the driveway. So 3 could fit for storage, but not for actually working on them. And anytime that I store these cars, I end up working on them. So anyway, just get home from work, which is why I'm still dressed to the nines, looking fine. We're gonna put this back down, revisit this another day soon, get that engine out on the stand, put the new engine in, swap over the accessories, and get it ready for winter. Thank you for coming along and watching this video. Thank you for waiting through all the suspense of seeing what car I was bringing back. I hope you're as excited as I am. This is an M Sport, black on black with a black roof. Everything's really nice about this car, and I'm just super excited to get it exactly the way BMW envisioned it 12 years ago when they came up with such a fantastic little car. Until next time, see you then.